The woman says to you, loudly now. A man from the seat opposite looks in your direction. My family were in the Boston bombing. Then you would have wanted them to get help. You call after the woman who is heading to the exit. And you sit down again. You go back to your book to recenter yourself. Chu Miaojing is still alive. On this page. You read a few more lines, but you can't read. You don't want to read. You go onto your phone and look up the word fact, even though you know what it means.
Chu Miaojing is still alive was the name of the second short story. Mere Fun was its author. Harriet Preble read it for us. 12 minutes to 11 on 9 to noon. Let's go to the United States. Ron Elving, the senior editor and correspondent at Washington DC NPR News. Hello, Ron.
Good to be with you again.
Just hot off the press, of course, the last 24 hours, President Biden pardoning his own son. This has had a fairly mixed response, yes?
Well, mixed is being generous. It has been condemned by people in both parties, including many Democrats who say it legitimizes Donald Trump's uses of the pardon power at the end of his first term as president, some of the things he might do with it in his second term as president, including pardoning, as he has said he would do, all the rioters who breached the Capitol on January 6, 2021 and tried to reverse the result of the 2020 election. Now, these are not crimes of commensurate seriousness, perhaps, but if the argument is that no one is above the law and that a president should not use his pardoning power for personal reasons, it is difficult for Biden to justify on any level, having many times promised not to do this and not even to commute his son's sentence once there is one, having many times promised not to do this exact thing, to do it on the Sunday night of a long weekend of Thanksgiving holiday in the United States, it just really looks bad. And so while you can make a defense and say other presidents have pardoned people and they have pardoned people who were their relatives, that really does not forgive the circumstances of this particular pardon or the implications that it has as Trump comes to power.
The appointments from the administration keep rolling on, and so does a good deal of reaction to it. What are some of the standouts?
Back and forth, we have seen some reasonable and very sensible appointments, some people who seem quite well suited for the job. Scott Bessent, who is going to be the Secretary of Treasury, appears to have been perfectly prepared for it and has the confidence of Wall Street. It really bolstered stock prices when he was named. And there have been some others in some of the other, perhaps less glamorous positions like Secretary of Agriculture. But the attention has gone to a few kind of forehead slappers. One, Matt Gaetz, has already withdrawn. Matt Gaetz was a congressman and slavish supporter of Donald Trump, who has said many times how much he hated the FBI, and rather the FBI and the entire Department of Justice, and Trump was going to put him as Attorney General over both. Now, what we have had over the weekend, and this is a little bit like Biden's weekend midnight confession, Trump, appointed another one of his most slavish supporters, a guy who's had podcasts and done a number of things to show his loyalty to Donald Trump. His name is Kash Patel. He has Indian heritage from the country of India, and he has been someone who would do just about anything for Donald Trump and has said so many times, and has also railed against the Federal Bureau of Investigation, what we call the FBI here. He was investigated himself, and he has felt that that was politicized, and he has vowed to basically drive away everybody who's been in the department over the years and might have been in any sense investigating Donald Trump or any of his people. Now, this is the sort of political back and forth that's familiar in many countries, but something that the United States has always considered itself too good for, that we would not prosecute people for merely having been on the losing side of an election. But it does appear in this moment that we are seeing the development, at least, of just such a retribution administration.
Are these appointments looking like a formality? One of the reasons perhaps that Matt Gaetz, well, there are several reasons he might have withdrawn his run, but there is speculation about some of these actually being challenged during the process. Is that likely to happen?
There are still a few, and it's possible that Kash Patel will be one of them. He has to be confirmed by the FBI. And by the way, the FBI director's job is not open at the moment. Trump would have to fire the current director of the FBI, who was appointed by Donald Trump. So that would be a little out of the ordinary. It would be 2 years premature to his term being up, but not perhaps unprecedented in the sense that Donald Trump will do what he needs to do to get what he wants. And some of these other appointments might also be challenged by the Senate. The Senate committees are going to question these people. They're going to bring out a lot of embarrassing stories. We've seen something in the New Yorker magazine about Pete Hegseth, who is supposed to be the new Secretary of Defense, the largest function of the federal government. And he apparently has been accused by previous employers of being irresponsible in his behavior in regards to drinking, in regards to women in the office. And so that is going to come up in these hearings, and it's possible some of these people might be withdrawn.
Just a minute left to reveal it's already revealed the appointment of the new ambassador to France. And again, this is a name well known.
Yes. Oh, Charles Kushner is the father of Jared Kushner, who is the son-in-law of Donald Trump. And Kushner was pardoned for his crimes by Donald Trump, another case of a relative